Today's episode of the Bitcoin Show is brought to you by Mt. Gox, mtgox.com, and BitPay, bit-pay.com, and Meze Grill, M-E-Z-E Grill.com, and Cablesaurus.com, and bitbrew.net. Hello everyone and welcome to the Bitcoin Show. Today we are doing something so exciting. This is the actual opening of the Bitcoin conference. And no, this is not just any Bitcoin conference. This is the world's first Bitcoin conference and World Expo, New York City, 2001. And we just launched it today. Some people got in on Wednesday, some people got in last night. We were partying till the wee hours last night. And today, crepes this morning, but today it officially launched at noon. And so everybody arrived, and the Only One TV studio is crawling with Bitcoin geeks. Like, you just can't imagine these freaky people just converging on one location. So anyway, we decided to do a live show real quick and introduce some of these freaky people that have descended upon us now. They're wonderful people. And so we're going to give each person just a few minutes to introduce themselves, tell us where they're from and why they're here, and how they discovered Bitcoin and their life story in 3 minutes or less. So joining me first is, tell us who you are.
Ira Miller, founder of bitmunchies.com and the CTO, co-founder of btcinch.com.
Bitmunchies and BTcinch.
BTcinch, that's right.
And Bitmunchies is basically the grocery store for Bitcoin?
The grocery store, the store for all your staples, whatever you need.
Okay.
We aim to, anyway. It sounds like there's some competition in the works here.
Oh boy.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's all good. Keeps us on our toes.
Yeah.
And then BTcinch, tell us about that, because that's the new thing.
BTcinch is new. We are signing up merchants for our merchant services program at the conference here. We are end-to-end merchant services in addition to a full wallet. Full online wallet service.
Okay, so it's an e-wallet and merchant services.
Which we think allows us to do one or two key things, instant transactions, obviously. If both are on the same side, then it clears instantly.
Accepting dollars or Bitcoins or both?
Accepting Bitcoin.
Accepting Bitcoins and then paying the merchant in dollars or Bitcoins or both?
Either one. Whatever they want. They get to choose what they want. When they convert it, they can convert it all instantly, 50% instantly.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, because you can set the percentages. So I can accept Bitcoin, and then I can say I want 70% in dollars and 30% in Bitcoin. You can set that.
And
that's
it happens instantaneously as soon as you receive it, so a merchant doesn't have to have any market exposure.
That's cool. I got a suggestion for you, because this is something I've been meaning to talk about, but I don't get on TV much. So one of the new wallet services has this feature, and I thought, wow, that is so cool. Every wallet service should do this. You listening? Every wallet service should do this. Are you listening? Here's what it was. If you have Bitcoins in your online wallet, you should be able to select how many you keep in offline cold storage and how many you keep immediately available. So if it's offline, I could say I want say I want 90% of my Bitcoins offline cold storage. That means I don't necessarily have instant access to it. I might have to give them 3 days notice to withdraw them, but they're offline. So if the thing gets hacked, I get mine back. Yeah. I like that. That's really smart, right?
We are actually working on something very, very similar to that.
I did not know that. I really didn't know that. Give me camera one so we can. Oh, we already are. Okay. Let me see.
We're just waiting for the servers to get here, and we'll have implemented
the servers.
We need a few servers for this.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
We got to have online one, offline ones.
So I'll be able to control what percentage of my coins are offline in cold storage.
Yep.
So even if you get hacked, I get mine first.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I love it. All right.
You like that part, right?
I love it. It was my idea. I want a commission. No, I'm kidding.
Well, too bad.
That wasn't really my idea. But I think it's a really good idea that I just heard recently, and I think every e-wallet should do that, because why not? Because the only reason to keep everything online is so that people can make instant withdrawals. But if I know it's in cold storage and I don't care about waiting 3 days to get it out, I want it secure, then there's absolutely no reason not to do that.
Yeah.
And then the people that want immediate access, they're going to take the risk of having it live online. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it takes you off the hook too, because hey, it's on you.
Exactly. So we've actually got 3 levels. We've got an intermediary level where it's not connected to the server. It's an offline wallet, but it's still, you can access your funds a little more quickly.
So it's BTCINCH.
.com.
So it's BTC Inch.
BT,
But it's BT Cinch, I know.
Yeah, well, yeah, it makes sense when you see the
Either
logo,
way,
yeah.
it works. Cool. So that's going to be bigger than Bitmunchies.
Yeah, we hope so. Although we've got some plans to grow Bitmunchies into other goods as well.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah.
Uh-oh. Look out. Here comes the competition. All right. Cool. Well, thanks so much. Is there anything else you wanted to leave the Bitcoin world with? Any other breaking news or?
Breaking news is this conference. Am I right?
Yeah.
You know, when you said it's packed, you didn't do it justice. It is absolutely packed to the walls here. And we got what, 3 times as many people showing up tomorrow?
I don't know. Don't hold me to it. I don't know. Probably, right? How many? Yeah, 3 times as many, at least. Yeah. Who knows? A lot of people can't make it today that are definitely coming tomorrow, for sure.
Well, we're excited to be here,
Yeah.
and thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Okay. So this is like real. Yeah. Go. If you would, just watch your step, and then Shaq will mic up the next person. We're doing it really. Yeah. Go ahead and switch to camera 2. We're definitely doing this in reality show mode. So we're gonna interview each person one by one and make our way through the crowd. So okay, hello, nice to see you. What's your name?
I'm Alex Thornton.
Alex Thornton. Cool. All right.
I'm writing a book right now, tentatively entitled Bitcoin Billionaire. It's gonna take a lot of the free information that's out there, combined with my own opinion and analysis, and then just put it out there in a book form so people can learn more about Bitcoin.
Hang on one second. Do you have a good audio for him? Okay, good. We're going to switch mics. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. So it's Bitcoin billionaire or millionaire?
Billionaire.
Yeah, it better be billionaire. A lot of people are already millionaires. I think
and it
people
sounds
are
better
having.
too.
Well, I mean, like when it hit $30, it was more happening more often. But I think that people were having secret millionaire parties. They weren't telling people, but like secret little parties. Like, guess what? I'm a millionaire. You know. But now, how long is it going to be before we have Bitcoin billionaires?
I think as soon as a year we could have the first billionaires. Now they may be the early miners, so they could choose to be anonymous if they want to.
Yeah. Who is Satoshi?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
He's probably a Bitcoin billionaire. No, not yet. But of course, the economy is not big enough.
He
to
might
be
be
a
the first though.
He could, oh yeah, he would have to be, right? How could he not be? How many Bitcoins does he have?
I don't know. I wasn't able to find that information out.
You got to research this stuff. So you're writing this book. So how long is it going to be before we can buy it?
Pretty soon. I've been working on it for 7 weeks. I have about 110 pages written. My goal is either to publish as an ebook, either when it hits 200 pages or when the price hits $30 again, so I can kind of ride the coattails of the Bitcoin price going up.
Cool.
And then after I print it as an ebook, I'll probably get a lot of feedback from people, and then finally print it as a paperback through Amazon. They bought a company called Creative Space, which allows you to print your book as a paperback on demand. So instead, in the old days, you had to buy 5,000 to 10,000 copies of books, store it in your garage, and peddle them one by one. This way, you can put it up on Amazon. Anybody can buy it one at a time, and they'll print it for you.
Slick. And Bitcoin is such a hot topic. I know there are a lot of people being contacted to write books and about all the different aspects.
Yeah, people are just hungry for knowledge.
Exactly. Well, great. Congratulations. Thanks for coming. Really, really appreciate it. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello. Welcome. So tell us your name and where you're from and what you're about.
My name is Martin. I'm from Long Island, which is about an hour and a half away from here. Luckily for me.
Took the train in. You didn't have to fly anywhere.
I actually drove to my friend's home who lives in Queens, and I took a train here.
Perfect.
I don't really have a specific message, but I was kind of thinking that it's interesting that ultimately what will determine Bitcoin's fate is the community behind Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really the monetary policies, it's none of that. It's the people behind Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If there's enough driving force to develop all the projects to make it work the way people want it to work, I think that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Bitcoin has a bright future. And I'm feeling very pumped by all the people around here. A lot of great ideas flowing around.
The energy.
Yeah, and the energy is great.
So exciting, right?
Yeah.
I know, and you know, I always say Bitcoin is the people's money. I know that sounds like very like communist or something, but it's not. It really is about the people, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing. It's just so exciting. Absolutely. It's the exciting thing, the most exciting thing since the internet itself. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. It's so great to meet you.
Thanks.
We'll see you tomorrow, if not later, tonight. We're going out for drinks later, for sure. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Tell us your name. We got good mics, right? You can hear? Okay, good. Okay, tell us your name.
Travell Perkins from Boston,
Cool.
and I've been in Bitcoin for a couple months now. I'm a miner. My wife hates it.
The electric bill.
The noise.
Oh, the noise. Is it really loud?
I have two really
Fans?
big monster machines.
So it's the fans that make the noise?
Fans, yeah, the fans, like the blower style.
What's your electric bill?
The Bitcoin. Well, we had that heat wave thing, so it's hard to tell it was the air conditioner or the Bitcoin, but it's
And the combination of the two, putting out heat on the air.
about $100, something like that.
That's not bad.
It's
Jeez.
pretty cheap.
Our electric bill's like $800 here.
Oh right.
Well, just for we get the whole floor, but still.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But yeah.
How many? What do they call it? Gigahashes. That's what they measure it in, right?
Gigahashes.
How many are you at?
So I'm like 3 something gigahashes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's 3 more than I have. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So have you generated a lot of bitcoins? How long have you been doing it?
I have about 100 some odd plus bitcoins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
Not too bad.
No.
Did you get your bitcoins back?
I did get them back, yeah. I said that in the last
Excellent.
episode, yeah. I wasn't going to announce it until all my friends got theirs back, but they have not gotten all theirs back. And apparently they've stopped refunding as far as I can tell. As of last Thursday at 10 o'clock, the last known claim that I know that actually got it back. So apparently they're reneging on even this 49% back. So I wasn't about to, give them the publicity that I got mine back and it's all
Right.
all good, because it's not all good. But anyway.
I think the
Don't get me started
community at large, the business community at large is very, like what Mt. Gox did with the Polish, all that is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But anyway, just a quick announcement in terms of what I'm working on. I have a project called BTC Alarm. You can go there now. It's kind of behind the covers. It's sort of like an SMS solution for Bitcoin businesses to send out alerts, pay in Bitcoin. So there's
What is it going to alert me to?
You just found a block, you just got paid out from BTC Guild or from DeepBit, or
Oh.
your trade on Mt. Gox just cleared.
Oh, all kinds of things. You can put all kinds of different events in it and it'll SMS you.
And it'll just SMS you, and then just, everybody pays in Bitcoin.
What about like a merchant that just accepts Bitcoin through a plain old address? Can it just SMS them to say you just received in the blockchain you just received 13.86 Bitcoin?
Right.
Oh, so a merchant could actually use this with a plain old Bitcoin address to say, "Bing, we just got your payment." Now you
Exactly.
can go use the self-serve fountain drinks or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's cool. That's cool. Congratulations. That's
but-
exciting.
Yeah, it was great to meet
All
you.
right.
though.
Yep. Ditto. Absolutely. We'll hang out more later.
Yes.
Hi,
How you doing?
fine, thanks.
What's your name?
So my name is Manny Rosenfeld. I'm from Israel, and I'm currently trying to be active in developing the Bitcoin community in Israel. So I'm trying to organize meetups, and I'm also running a business called Bitcoin for exchanging Bitcoins in Israel. Because I think that for bootstrapping Bitcoin, it's very important to be able to buy and sell for fiat currency, which is much more popular. And right now, it's very difficult to do this. I mean, maybe in the US it's a bit easier, although it's also there are
A
problems.
little bit easier. Yeah.
Yeah, but in Israel, if someone wants to have a place where they can just go and buy Bitcoins, then it would have to be one of the big exchanges,
Yeah.
and then doing a wire transfer internationally can cost some $40 in fees, and
Yeah.
it's very difficult.
It's a big
So
hassle.
yeah.
Even here, it's a big hassle still, but things are fixing. So I see your shirt. It's Bitcoil, like
Yeah,
Bitcoin with an
yeah,
L.
it's a bit of a
Bitcoin
pun.
Israel.
Yeah, bitcoin.co.il. So
Bitcoin. what
yeah,
is it?
it's a pun, Bitcoin, but COIL. So
Okay. So what's
yeah.
the website?
it's,
Bitcoin.
the URL for the website is bitcoin.co.il.
Bitcoil.co.il.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And that's an exchange site already?
It's not a marketing change. It's not like MTGOX. It's just a service where people just come
Can
to
buy
me
and
and
sell.
they buy and sell. Yeah.
Okay, so you're just doing it for them, and you're acting like a dealer or trader to buy and sell for people.
yes.
Cool. And what are the fees like?
Well, it's calculated based on a bit of 2.5% fee. It varies depending on the conditions.
So
But
people,
that's-
local people in Israel can buy and sell. Now, how do they have to meet you in person or
No, I do
banking?
it via bank transfers.
Bank transfer.
Yeah, and of
Is that
course,
easy in Israel?
It's fairly easy. Yes, I mean most people. I mean, if you've never done it before, you need to contact your bank about it. But once you do, it's fairly easy. All banks have an online system. You can just do it. It costs less than $1 in fees.
And you go by the rates. Oh, sorry. You go by the Mt. Gox last rate. Is that what you use? Something like that?
I'm going by the traded rates right now, but
Trade, yeah.
yes.
So one of the okay. And then, is there a large or a small community, Bitcoin community in Israel?
Right now it's pretty small. I'm working on trying to grow it, both Bitcoin in general and trying to market my own business.
You came all the way to New York to do this. This is great. So, are you in Tel Aviv?
I happen to live in Hadera, which is near Tel Aviv.
Okay.
But I don't have a physical location for this business. I just work from my home.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Well, welcome. That's very exciting. I love what you're doing over there. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Hey, I remember your face. How you doing? Good to see you. Last time I saw you, you were like over here.
Yeah, I was over there.
Yeah, over
I
there.
was talking about this wall.
Yeah, exactly. The wall. You
color,
matched the wall to your
blended
background.
in. It's a little different now.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
exactly. Now you
Yeah.
got harmonizing with your shit.
That's great.
Perfect. So what's going on with exchangebitcoins.com?
Exchange Bitcoins,
XB.
Exchange B.
Exchange B.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on? Our latest stuff, we've got, our two-factor authentication that is free and instant.
What's the second factor? Is it physical or?
It's actually using an app on your cell phone.
Okay.
You could also use something on a command line client if you want, but you can download an app for Android, an app for iPhone. That app will generate a key. We save that key. We save also a PIN, and that's the only time that information ever has to travel. And after that, anytime you want to generate OTP, you just type in your PIN, hit OK, and it gives you you just add that to your password. And
Is that the
you're
same
enabled.
app that Trade Hill's using, or is it a different
No, it's a
app?
different one. One nice thing about our solution is that it doesn't require a third-party service. So you can go ahead and download the app, set up the two-factor authentication on our site within about 5 minutes, and
Is it,
it's
is
all
it an
between-
open source app or something?
yeah, it's called Mobile OTP.
Oh,
And actually,
cool.
I would encourage others to use it if they're
Adopt
looking
it,
for
yeah.
two-factor authentication.
That's cool.
Because it's actually a pretty nice little
Very
system.
secure, open source is all. We're all about that. And it's not even. There's not even a centralized entity. That's
No
really
centralized.
slick.
We store some information. Your phone stores some information. Now, if you lose your key and you have OTP, we've got a process to recover. We're probably going to give you a call,
Cool.
or at least verify
Yeah.
with email.
And there's and another side benefit is that there's no fees at
no
all.
fees, no shipping anything. We don't have to
Nice.
buy anything. There's
Nice. Nice.
So
nice.
we looked at a
Yeah.
lot of solutions, and
That's
I
a
think it's
great
something
option. It sounds
it's
like.
working out well so far.
Yeah.
Haven't done any inventory on how many people are using it yet, but we liked it so much.
You can't tell how many people are using it.
Oh, we could.
Oh,
but we just haven't done that.
Haven't done it.
analysis.
We've been busy.
you know.
We're busy. I
We're
know.
busy and plenty
Yeah.
of other things.
Yeah.
So our other thing, which is bigger, I think, is that we are accepting cash deposits,
Yeah.
check deposits.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about it, yeah, and that's been going well. So basically, if you want to buy bitcoins today or maybe tomorrow, you can go and deposit cash or check at one of our partner banks. And,
Yeah, because we were talking about actually a lot of people coming to the conference, and we're charging $26 worth of Bitcoin.
Yes.
And they're like, "Can I pay cash at the door?" And we're like, "Okay." Well, finally, I had to say yes because people are coming from Africa, or whatever. They can't buy Bitcoins in Africa yet. So
Yes.
I said, "Okay, fine." Well, I mean, Manny's going to be out there with his phone, like trying to like scalp some Bitcoins out there before the head of the line, you know.
you can
'cause
buy some ahead of time and sell them at market rates.
Capitalism at
that's
work.
decent, sure.
But you can also go to any Wells Fargo branch.
Right, Wells Fargo.
And what's the other one?
Or Chase.
Or Chase.
And
Wells
I-
Fargo or Chase. That's every bank in the
Yes.
whole city.
I stopped by the hotel this morning. There's a Wells Fargo across the street.
Yeah, there's one right here too. They're everywhere.
And they're everywhere,
And
yes.
Chase is even more.
In
They're
Manhattan,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So anyway, obviously you can find those, and but they have to arrange that with you on the site in advance. Is it automated or?
That's right. You do a reservation. So you're going to tell us how much money you want to deposit, and then we'll say, okay, we might decrement it by a penny or 2 pennies or something, just to make sure it's a unique amount. Then you do the deposit. You take a picture and email us the picture of your receipt, and then we can match that up with the transaction, and we can fund your account.
That sounds like manual. Is that a lot of work you have to go through?
For now, it's fairly manual, but the response has been good, not overwhelming, but good and growing. So we'll
Once you
definitely
really
be-
get ramped up where it's
Yes.
too much, you can hire a remote assistant in Uzbekistan and pay them in Bitcoin. And I
then
actually
give
have
them
I
access
have a
to-
remote assistant in
Yeah.
Namangan, Uzbekistan,
Really?
and one in Mansoura, Egypt.
Mhm.
Hey, Mohammed and Oibek. Hey. And so they work here.
Yeah.
But via Skype. And they could do that. They could look at a picture and verify it and do things like that if
Certainly.
they're trusted. you
Yeah,
know.
and also there's some ways to connect to bank accounts that are like what you can do with Quicken, right?
Yeah.
So you can do that sort of stuff
Yeah.
in a professional capacity.
Maybe you could do like the cents, like if it's $1,000.04, so you know,
right.
like you give the 2-digit code as an extra
Absolutely.
thing. 'cause
Well,
then it-
well, what we are doing is this: one person makes a reservation for $100. Second person comes along for the same bank, $100. It's going to be $99.99, and we'll credit you the $100 minus a 1% fee. So we're charging a 1% fee for cash
1%.
deposit with a $1 minimum on the fee. So if you deposit 50, okay, it's 49 going in. But this is reasonable. This is today, you know. So
1% fee, and then the exchange fees
well,
are
yeah,
in
then you
addition
go
to
and,
that.
you go and trade. Yeah, that's a separate.
Okay.
a
But
separate thing.
1%, that's not much. I mean, if you wire something,
for
it's
the
going to cost you
time,
a
I
fortune.
mean, I've just watched a video the other day that was somebody saying how much they like this feature because there were times they wanted to get in to the market
Right now,
and
yeah.
what could they do?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no choice. Dwala, wait a week, then have it
Wire,
reversed.
ACH, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're pretty happy about that feature. That's going to be
Very,
a
very
big one.
cool. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for
sure,
coming.
anytime.
Can't wait. We'll hang
Great
out
to
more
be here.
later. I'll buy you a drink. Hey. Hi. Tell us your name and where you're
All
from.
right. My name is Mats Henriksson. I am from Sweden. I flew in yesterday, and I thought, I wasn't sure this is going to be as big as it turns out to be.
Neither
but
was
I
I.
didn't want to take any chances, so
Right.
here I am.
Great. So
Yeah.
you flew all the way in from Sweden.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm a software programmer for about 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been lately interested in cryptography and peer-to-peer networks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My free time, and then suddenly I bumped into Bitcoin in
Yeah.
October, and I thought, wow.
Are you developing? Are you mining? Or just?
I try mining
investing?
a little bit, but that's no. I'm exploring ideas with some friends, so trying to figure out a good startup. around
Development
this.
projects or
Yeah.
startup? Yeah.
Yeah.
So many, but this is a hotbed of ideas. Like
Yeah.
everybody's throwing around
Yeah.
ideas and even capital and that is
Yeah.
available and things like that.
Yeah,
is the place to be.
I figured out a good quote from. Have you seen the film 2001?
Space Odyssey.
Yeah, there is this.
I'm not old
there is
enough,
this,
but I
well,
think
there
I've
is-
seen it.
Suddenly there is this quote. Oh my God, it's full of stars. You watched into this, and that's what I figured out too. Suddenly you can start programming with your own money.
Yeah.
And it's only been banks that have been allowed to do that before, and
Mm-hmm.
suddenly everyone can do that.
Everyone can be a bank.
Yeah,
Which is a little bit dangerous too, because it's like the Wild Wild West. You got wildcat
course.
banks, but still,
Of course, yeah,
that's the fun of it.
yeah. And I think for a while it seems like the Bitcoin economy is inventing the same kind of things that exist in like the normal money.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in a year or so, I think it's going to be exploding. Really cool stuff around Bitcoin.
Yes. A year or so? What are you talking about? It's happening in a week or so. Bitcoin time, we were saying a day is a week, and a week is a month, and a year. I mean, a month in Bitcoin time is like a year. If you missed, like I actually had a phone call from some guy, and I was talking about the price of Bitcoin. I'm like, it's gone up so much. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, how much was a Bitcoin last time we met at our meetup or whatever? He said, I think it was 23 cents. I'm like, you haven't seen the price? Where have you been? Oh my
That's
gosh.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things change so freaking fast.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
Yeah.
It's putting everything on a different scale of time. I don't even give it a year. I think it's going to really, literally, it's going to be absolutely as pervasive as MasterCard Visa in less than 12 months. Less than 12 months. I really do. That's my prediction, which I'm pulling out of thin air, based on
We'll
nothing.
see. There is a lot of software around normal money too, and
Yeah.
so Bitcoin has a lot of catching up.
Yeah, but these same minds are behind it, and they're even more enthusiastic about it. They're not just on the payroll of a big bank. They're actually really excited about it, and they're developing it nights and weekends, and probably even on the job when the boss isn't looking. They're looking. They're so invested in it, not only emotionally, spiritually, philosophically, and monetarily. They're invested in
true.
it in every way. The smartest minds on the planet.
Yeah.
So exciting. Well, welcome.
All right,
You came
thank
a
you.
long way to
Yeah.
be here. So happy that you joined us. Hello, how you doing? What's your name?
Brian.
Brian. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia. I'm originally from DC, but I came up from Philadelphia.
Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. And I remember now. You were telling me you want to start a meetup in Philadelphia and get the Philadelphia. Do you know anything about meetups or a Bitcoin community evolving in Philadelphia yet?
It's sort of coming about from both the startup sort of programmer hacker community, and it's also coming from the libertarian community.
Yeah.
And Philadelphia has a pretty extensive libertarian community. It's birthplace of our country and all.
Yeah. Well, it's a big city, and I think that there are probably lots of people in it. They just haven't met each other. So that's why, yeah, we were talking before. I said I was encouraging you to go ahead and do the meetup.com for Philadelphia. You know, I'll give you the seed money if you need it, but you start that meetup because it's like magic. When we started the meetup in New York, it's like, whoa, 30 people, and every time it's a different 30 people because they just get so excited and they launch all these. We launched the hackathon and the promote-a-thon, and now the legal think tank is in formation. So you'll see if you do a meetup, it's like it's just going to explode because that's what people need. They just need a focal point to come together because they're already there. They just don't know each other. So that's really exciting. How can they get a hold of you if they're in Philadelphia? How can they get a hold of you to get involved? Is there a way?
Let's see.
You want to give out your email address to the whole world?
Probably not. I think it was, but I
Okay, just
made
write
one
to
for
me.
the group.
If you're in
but,
Philadelphia, write to me and I'll forward the mail to you.
or look on meetup.com and there will
There you
probably be by the time this airs a meetup group.
Oh, that gives you like about 30 minutes. So we better get to work. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for
Likewise.
being here. All right. Hey, good. Come on in.
good to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, you have to sit on his lap. Like, we should pull another chair. Welcome, guys.
How you doing today?
Good. Tell us your names and where you're from.
My name's Justin Weeks. I'm from Bitcoin Solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm David Blum, also Bitcoin Solutions.
Cool. And you guys are in Long Island, right?
Yes, we're located in Long Island, New York.
Cool. So tell us, what's Bitcoin Solutions?
Bitcoin Solutions is a conglomerated situation. We want to open up a whole range of product offerings so somebody has a one-stop solution to get into the Bitcoin community. Right now we have a merchant services solution which we're currently working on, along with POS integration for retail establishments who wish to accept Bitcoins and the ability for them to either get cash at the current market exchange rate or as well the ability to get Bitcoins if they want to keep on the Bitcoin network and not keep it just a general situation.
And how are you going to do that? Like, are you going to partner with an exchange or have your own exchange? Or
We're also going to have our own exchange. Like I said, it's going to be a one-stop solution. We currently eat our own dog food as far as API integration is concerned. We run BitcoinCashOut.com, and we do most of our testing on BitcoinCashOut.com, and we offer prepaid credit cards for sale so people can cash out of the Bitcoin community. We have another service launching, BitcoinBuyin.com, which will allow you to purchase Bitcoins through credit cards, check, wire transfers.
Bitcoin buying?
Bitcoin Buy-in.
Oh, buy-in.
That's correct.
Okay, .com. Okay.
And that's another service we're launching. We're also going to have a zero-knowledge wallet service, which allows you to have Bitcoins on an online wallet, but not give away your private keys using a nice little bit of cryptography so we can't spend your coins. You don't have to trust us. We're not asking you to trust us. We're just going to be providing that service so you can have very easy access along with merchant services integrations.
Even if they're not technical? Like, how do I get my private keys to you when I want to spend
Even
it?
if they're not technical, they'll be able to generate private keys in a JavaScript environment, and you can actually inspect the code to make sure we're not doing anything funky and we're not getting your private keys, and you can keep your public keys so we can offer you the merchant services solutions.
Smart. See? So you think that Bitcoin's coming to point of sale? Like, everybody's doing Bitcoin point of sale and secure wallets. Do you think it's coming? Everybody's working on this. It's great. The best minds on the planet are on this. And it's so exciting, right? And you don't have to worry about competition because you know what? There's enough merchants out there that you know how many merchant processing companies there are to the new MasterCard Visa alone? You could have 1 million of them, and they all are very prosperous. So
That's very
congratulations.
true.
That's
Thank
very
you.
exciting. And we're neighbors. You better not make yourself scarce. You got to come in.
You'll see us
hang
at-
out.
Again.
You'll see us at the meetups,
hope
most
so.
definitely. Thank you.
All right. Thanks again. See you tomorrow. Or
See you
later.
tomorrow.
Actually, let me take a break really quick. You can come on in, but I want to thank our sponsors really quick because, of course, if it weren't for our sponsors, we wouldn't be here. And you know who they are. Mt. Gox is the leader in the largest exchange in the world for Bitcoins. and they now take euros and Great Britain pounds and Australian dollars and Canadian dollars and euros with their acquisition of Bitomat. Some major exciting news I can't tell you about yet, but we'll stay tuned tomorrow. And what else? Their mobile app, Mt. Gox Mobile, is really exciting with their voucher codes. You can spend and transmit with just a quick beep. You just transmitted Mt. Gox US dollars and or Bitcoin. Super, super simple. It's completely free, and it's in the Android market called Mt. Gox Mobile, which is really exciting. And of course, the YubiKey, which is the USB security device for two-factor authentication. And so it doesn't matter if your computer is Windows and it's ridden with viruses, it won't affect anything because the wallet is stored on Mt. Gox. And the viruses that capture every single keystroke you type won't matter because the YubiKey puts in a password that's only good for 1 second. So when you touch that button, it puts in a secret password and the virus can capture it all at once, and it can't actually access your account. So it's very, very secure. And Mt. Gox is very, very profitable, which means that they have an incentive to be around. They're not going to go away. They're not going to pull a mybitcoin.com or anything like that. These guys are in for the long run. They have been hacked, and they had to shut down, and they had to fix things and improve their securities, but they're resilient. They're back, and they're strong, and they've been on the show, and they are, obviously, they have the market share. They're trusted by the community, so we thank Mt. Gox. And also, BitPay, bit-pay.com, are new kids on the block when it comes to merchant processing for Bitcoins. They have solutions for your website. Obviously, they integrate with your own shopping cart solution you already have, or they have a simple shopping cart integrated into the thing. So if you have a very plain vanilla website like me and you're not technical, you can just paste in a little snippet and you've got your items. And it's just like a Google checkout, but it accepts Bitcoins and it's brilliantly easy. That's what we're using for registration at the Bitcoin conference. So we thank BitPay. And Meze Grill, of course, mezegrill.com, world's first brick and mortar restaurant. What other kind of restaurant is there really besides a brick and mortar? I guess there'd be delivery. Anyway, the world's first restaurant to accept Bitcoin and the best food south of Columbus Circle. Anyway, they're fantastic, delicious, healthy Mediterranean food, and they accept Bitcoin and they sell Bitcoin. You need to get some Bitcoin when you're in the city. 3 blocks south of Columbus Circle. They now sell Bitcoin, 6% fee, $1,000 limit per person per day, and that's not negotiable. Don't try and negotiate with them. Go to somewhere else if you want to buy Bitcoin and to negotiate. But they have the best food. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6 days a week, long hours. And cablesaurus.com, a new sponsor, has everything you could ever possibly want when it comes to specialty mining gear, gamer supplies and equipment, and all sorts of PC supplies. Thousands of satisfied customers, and they accept Bitcoin and dollars. Cablesaurus.com and bitbrew.net. Bitbrew.net, Ed's favorite coffee. He's a coffee connoisseur. It's the only coffee he allows anyone to drink at Only One TV. And this is before they became a sponsor. It's just fantastic. He ordered some of this a long time ago, and that's the only coffee we drink. And now they're a sponsor, so I can happily say we love bitbrew.net. They are delicious, delicious coffee. All coffee orders are roasted to order, guaranteed freshest and all that. They have organic and fair trade coffees, all kinds of exotic varieties, and everything is sold exclusively for Bitcoins using static pricing. And what is it? And the gift bags. Yes, the gift bag. The conference tomorrow, they actually shipped us cases of this BitBrew coffee. So everybody is going to get, well, at least until we run out, everybody's going to get a bag of BitBrew coffee, and we thank them for that. So thank all of the sponsors. If you would, send them an email or call them up and just thank them for supporting the Bitcoin show, because if it wasn't for our sponsors, obviously we wouldn't be here. So we're very appreciative of them.
Hey.
So, and we're back. So tell us your name. Hello. Hi.
Hey, Bruce. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm Stephen Wagner, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. And I run a site called howmanycoins.com, so I brought in a little flyer here.
I thought this was like a Scientology Dianetics handout you got in Times Square. What is this? It says howmanycoins.com, money for the internet age, no central bank, learn how the global new... So this is like, tell us about it. What is it? Howmanycoins.com?
Well, I mean, basically how it started was, I was sharing Bitcoins with so many people, and I was doing it word of mouth, and I'll have to send you this link, and I was emailing all these links to people, and there's so much great information out there, and I was trying to get everyone the best information possible, and so I decided to put it all together on a website so that I could just send them one link and get them everything they needed. Cool. There's lots of great videos on there as well, And
Just like a general purpose informational portal.
Exactly. You know, I'm getting the word out there to people and educating people about it. And the reason I'm doing that is because it really helps to know your market and know your audience, know who you're dealing with. And I'm going out there and talking with big investors too. And like after I'm here in New York, I'm flying out to Las Vegas, and then I'm going to San Francisco. And there's a lot of people in the precious metals markets who are really interested in getting into Bitcoins. But they don't understand the technology, they're not understanding the market so much. So I'm getting out there, I'm doing the market research and getting back to them with the data and getting some information on how it's going.
Cool. So exciting, so exciting. Yeah, the more information, the more education, the better. Boy, we need it.
There's so many people. With gold and silver, you know, these things have been out there for a long time. So people who are interested in hedging into the precious metals right now, well, it's already a known field and investment. But this is a brand new field that's breaking open right now. So people don't know what these things are, and there's a huge market to be tapped into.
Are you finding that people in that realm, are they already aware of it at least? Have they heard of it?
A lot of people at this point have heard of it. A lot of people said, "Oh yeah, Bitcoins. I read about it. You know, it was in a major newspaper." So cool to hear that. Someone mentioned it, but there's so many unknown variables, and they don't know how it's going to go. They're concerned about, you know, is the volume there? Will I be able to get my money out? You know, how stable is the technology? And it's no one has any really big doubts that are like that they see anything wrong with it. It's just unknown. So people need to be educated.
That part doesn't surprise me, but the fact that more and more people already heard of it, I love that. I love the fact that when I tell somebody about Bitcoin, they've already heard of it.
Right.
Oh, that is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, because then they have their eyes on it at that point.
That means it's already on the radar.
They're going to be watching, and as it starts taking off, that's when they're going to want to be jumping in.
Cool. Are you getting a lot of hits on howmanycoins.com?
It's definitely starting to heat up for sure. And I printed a couple hundred of these flyers, and I was just out at the Beloved Festival last week in Portland, and passed a lot of those out there. I had a ton of interest.
Cool.
And you know, this is a really great way to spread the word, to make some materials. So I'm looking at putting together some more materials and probably putting some PDFs on the website.
Cool.
So that people can just download the PDFs and go around. And you know, if you have any local restaurants or shops that have community bulletin boards, that's a really great place to put a little information about Bitcoins. I've been going into some of the stores. I'll put 3 of these up there, and I come back the next day and they're gone. Like, people are like, "What digital cash? What's this? I need to learn about this. This is new."
Very cool. Yeah, sometimes the low-tech things like a pin board are the best. It's great. Yeah, use everything at your disposal. High-tech, low-tech, whatever it is.
Yeah, and I'm really interested in getting this information out there to the people who aren't into technology, because I want to enable a lot of different parts of society to be able to get involved in this. I don't want to be just dominated by one section. And there's a lot of people who really want to see this change in the world.
A lot, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, great. Uh-oh, I know this guy. Hey, how you doing? This is a Bitcoin celebrity. Here we have Stephen Thomas.
Well, he is the Bitcoin celebrity.
What brings you to town? How'd they get the keyboard out of your hand to come over here without a keyboard?
I don't know. It was pried off with a crowbar earlier. So
all the way from Switzerland.
All the way from Switzerland. I've got a bit of a story to tell from when I arrived at the airport. So
yeah, tell us.
I'm coming in, I'm going through customs, and the guy at customs said, "What's the purpose of your visit?" You know, like usual.
Oh no, I hope you didn't answer him.
I said Bitcoin conference, right? I'm like, no big deal, right? So, and he's like, okay, I'm typing into his computer, and we're doing all the stuff with the fingerprints and everything. And then at the end, he goes, well, I'm all in favor of gold, but I think this Bitcoin thing goes a bit too far. But all smiles and stuff, yeah.
Oh my
God,
I'm like, they're aware of it.
He knows it, you know, but it was obviously a private interest, right? It was like, not like that they're investing or anything. But it was like, it was awesome. Like, so many people just know about it now. It's
everybody. Well, Gavin was summoned by I shouldn't say summoned. He was actually hired by the CIA to come and do a technical talk about Bitcoin to the CIA.
Yeah.
There are geeks everywhere, and they're not just geeks. They're geeks, and they're technologists, and there's libertarians. They're people for political reasons, or just freedom-loving people who just love freedom.
Yeah.
And the freedom that Bitcoin gives to the monetary world, that is free of like the tyranny of governments and banks and central issuing authorities of any kind. It's just such a
Yeah,
beautiful
I don't know.
thing.
I don't know if I would call it journey. I mean, that's a bit, you know.
Yeah, I know, I know.
I'm trying to be all diplomatic about it.
Yeah, I know.
So basically,
Those are my words.
Yeah, the way I would put it is just like it's a more competitive market. It's a more competitive way to handle financial transactions, to create a financial system.
Yeah.
And every time you get competition, I mean, you can see it with the internet. You can see it, you know, with all these new technologies. You get really good companies that provide a great service, and I think the same thing is what's going to happen with Bitcoin, and that's why, you know, we're so excited about it. I think.
I mean, the old economy money, MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, all that. There's plenty of competition.
Right.
But that's the difference with Bitcoin is that there's no central authority who can just manufacture more.
The barriers to entry are much lower.
Yeah.
Like you can start a new Bitcoin bank or
Right.
like a Bitcoin service of any
Anybody
kind.
can, and they are.
Right, and you
Every
just
week.
write some software and you put it online. And it's like, sure, you have to comply with some regulations, but because it's all online and Bitcoin doesn't really know borders, you can pretty much start anywhere you like. And that's, again, it's just lower barriers to entry, more competition.
You actually don't even have to write your own software. There's several
Right.
open source e-wallet packages now. A 13-year-old could open a bank,
Right.
which is a little bit scary, but yeah, but it's true.
I mean, look, if he's doing a good job, that's how he attracts customers. So, like, there's a bit of selection there. So
I
it's
know.
not just anybody can open a bank and then people will all go there and lose
Right.
money. It's like
Yeah.
whoever does the best job is where people will go.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it good. Not.
When I was 11 or 13, I had a paper route. Actually, I had 2 paper routes. But see, if Bitcoin had existed, I would own a bank.
Right.
Oh man, I would be so rich.
Did you see? I think there's a project right now called Lemonade Freedom or something, where they're complaining that in several states it's now illegal to do like this classic lemonade stand, little entrepreneur thing,
Oh,
where you
God.
take your kids and sell some lemonades.
Of course it is.
And yeah, and there was like some girl got arrested, and then they started this project where they said, okay, we're going to defy this law. We're going to be a bit of civil disobedience because this just goes too far. You want to be able to. You know, if you can't do a lemonade stand legally anymore, where have we gone wrong? I know it's like the grandmother who was arrested for putting nickels. She would go around putting nickels in parking meters as a little, you know, paying it forward little gift to people to renew the meters that were going to expire, and she got arrested for it because it's illegal. Yeah.
Oh my
Unbelievable,
gosh. Yeah.
You mentioned open source software, so you know I was on here promoting the iPhone version.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say that there's some updates about that.
Oh my gosh.
So-
is this an announcement?
No, it's not an announcement.
okay.
It's an announcement of an announcement.
Okay, it's already out. Not exclusive.
So
Okay.
what we've been doing, last week I started doing the actual interface for the iPhone thing. And so it's like at a prototype state now.
Oh yeah, this is the HTML5. It's the browser-based
Yes,
wallet.
and we've got like the iPhone interface now, so you can go on webcoin.ch. Not yet. Tomorrow.
By the time you see this, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And so yeah, you can go on there and with your iPhone or Android phone, and it'll load sort of a browser-based wallet. Right now it's a prototype, so you know, use with caution, use at your own risk.
Play money only. Yeah.
Right. We're gonna officially launch it at some point where we think it's, you know, solid and everything. So we're still, you know, taking the server down. Right now it's down, and putting it back up. But as soon as it's stable, we're definitely gonna let you know. But yeah, you can look at it and see. Let us know what you think, and I'm gonna talk a bit more about it tomorrow.
Oh, great. So the basic idea is that it's actually a It's not really an app, right? It's a browser-based app.
Right. So
it's just all you need is a browser.
Right. When Apple made the iPhone, they originally had, and you know, I'm not a total expert on iPhone history, but I think what they originally planned for was that most apps would be like web apps. So they were really big on HTML5, and so they built it pretty deep into the iPhone system. So you can go into a website and there's like at the bottom middle there's a button add to home screen, so you can install any website like an app.
Oh right. Yeah.
And all that functionality is still there, even though now there's the App Store, and you know most apps go through there, which the App Store didn't launch along with the iPhone, right? It launched later.
Right.
So and in the beginning that was the only way to add apps. This was through the web.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, and this functionality is still there, so you can sort of, if you don't get into the App Store, you can sort of use that route. And obviously you have some drawbacks, like we don't have the full, you know, ability to run native code and the performance that comes with that. But you can still run something that's a pretty solid a pretty solid Bitcoin client. And yeah, it's
So is the wallet stored locally or on a central server?
the wallet is stored locally.
Locally. And how do you keep it from evaporating? How do you store it securely?
So what we do right now is just, for the prototype, we just store it locally. So it's like if you lose your phone, it's gone, right? So and that's just for right now. But last time I was on, I talked about deterministic wallets and so
Yeah.
on. So the client is already set up for multiple wallets, different types of wallets. You can have like a savings wallet where on the phone you just have a read-only version, so you can just sort of check the balance, see what's going on with that, and you can't spend any of it. Or you could have a server-supported wallet where you have to do extra verification when you spend something. So there's all kinds of scenarios that we're going to support. And I think because we're an open source project, we're probably going to make it sort of a pretty open development model. So if you're out there and you're having Bitcoin businesses and you want to integrate with our wallet, just give us a call or give us an email.
Cool.
And yeah,
This guy is so smart. So smart. Thanks, Stefan.
I can't take over. There's one more announcement I want to make.
Oh yes, what is it?
So it's that's somebody else asked me to make the announcement. So Andrew, I'm doing this for you. So he did a project over the last week, sort of a little sprint side project, and it's called btc.io. And it's basically a sort of a wallet routing service or a payment routing service.
Oh, I love that. I already saw it.
Right.
Somebody sent that to me. That's cool.
So what it does is, how there's like tons of different wallet services now, and if you're a payment provider or we want to take payments, you don't want to know about every wallet service and keep up to date with all of them. So you want to have one point where that redirects people to whatever wallet service they are using. So that's what btc.io is. So you can generate a URL at btc.io. You can link your customers to it, or if you're like a payment service, you can use these URLs. And then when people go there, they can select what client they have, and it'll pass them on to the right point, and then they can make their transaction.
Basically, remember. I'm going to paraphrase it in my words.
Please do.
Tell me if I'm right. Basically, it's almost like the URI that people have been wanting. They want like a standard type of link, like an HTML, whatever, HTTP URL. So you can put a button and they can click it and it'll take them to this site, like a known, trusted site. It's basically going to say, which wallet do you use? You pick the wallet and it saves that information in your browser as a cookie. And then every time I hit pay with Bitcoin, it goes there and it knows my preferred app, preferred Bitcoin app or Bitcoin e-wallet or whatever.
Right.
And I told Mark at Mt. Gox about it, and he's on board, right? So what e-wallets are already on there now?
So Andreas Schildbach has a really good Android application, which I think is the best one right now. He's integrated it. Obviously, Webcoin's integrating with it. And we're talking to Mt. Gox. We've been talking to InstaWallet. With them, it's a bit more complicated because they don't have a cookie anymore. They have like the special URL.
Right.
So if you link to them, obviously you're not coming on through the special URL, so they don't know whose wallet it is.
Yeah.
So, but we're trying to figure out a solution there as well. So yeah, we're definitely integrating with as many wallet services as possible.
You can get vbanco.com. You have to get them on there too. There's so many. Well, then VT Cinch was just here a second ago. Look at them all. Yeah, Flexcoin, all of them, every one of them. Yeah.
I mean, so many starting up.
Yeah, exactly. And what is the site again for that one? It's btc.io.
btc.io, yeah.
And how do they contact you if they have an e-wallet and they want to be added to your site?
I guess you can just email to info@bitcoinjs.org. And
info@bitcoinjs.org.
Yes, and I would pass it on to Andrew, and he would put it in.
Cool, so exciting. We're going to hang out later.
Awesome.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks for coming. Hey. How you doing?
All right. My name is Paul Moscat, and I represent Little Shop of Hardware in Baltimore, which is a brick and mortar computer store, and cryptoanarchy.com, which is an online store that sells all kinds of things like little bumper stickers.
Cool. Bumper stickers. I don't have a car. Does it come with a car?
No, not yet.
BYOC.
Not yet, but if you put it on your car, a lot of people will see it.
I bet.
And it does not advertise my own site. It advertises bitcoin.org.
Cool.
It's strictly bitcoin.org branding.
That's slick.
It is real UV vinyl protected, so you can leave it on your car. It won't change color after 6 months.
It's like a secret society. Can we get the voice down there? It's like a secret society. I remember when, in the early days, I used to have a rainbow flag on my bumper, so it's like a secret little gay club. And I'll have rainbow on the right and Bitcoin on the left for all our secret little societies. But that is so cool. Yeah. Oh, you're a Bitcoin person.
And this one here is a QR code for bitcoin.org. So
nice.
If you place that out somewhere and then you scan it with your QR code reader, it just took,
so cool.
And it directs you right there to bitcoin.org.
There you go.
So you can spread the word with these as well.
Do you print these yourself?
I have a large orders, so I get them by the thousands.
Cool.
So they're very inexpensive.
That's slick.
Like these are 50 cents each. These are $1.50.
You got to give us a whole bunch of them samples and we'll give them away till
I've been handing them out. Actually,
you already are.
I've been handing them out. Everyone who comes to my table gets one.
Nice.
So the
what do you sell at Little Shop of? I want to say Little Shop of Horror, but it's Little Shop of Hardware.
Little Shop of Hardware.
What do you
We're
sell?
A computer store. We do mostly repairs now, but we've been in business since 1989. So it's been 22 years.
You sold the Apple II Plus?
No, but we sold the Commodore 64.
Whoa, that's
so
good.
we're dating ourselves. We were the last surviving Commodore dealer in Baltimore, at least that I know of. And we still have all the technical service
You need an
manuals.
antique section.
We sort of have one. We have all the old Apples, all the old Macintosh.
I used to work in a little retail retail computer store because they didn't have Apple stores or anything at that time. And I remember we had the Apple II Plus, we had when the Lisa came out with the Lisa, and it was a $10,000 thing, and nobody could touch it. And somebody's child came in, and they took something and they stuck it in the drive, and they broke the thing. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah,
well, those were more money than a car.
I know.
Back then. More money than a nice car.
I know.
I remember those.
Crazy. So that's really cool. Well, welcome.
Thanks a lot.
So glad you made it. Yeah, hand out those stickers to everybody. Yeah. Come on in. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm Allison.
Hi, Alice. Oh, you're Allison. I was going to say. Oh, yes, I've seen you.
Have you now?
So you're representing the other gender. I see where you're a distinct minority around here.
I know. I haven't
Welcome.
seen too many girls hanging about.
There's Tony. I recognize that face.
Yep.
BitPay.
That's
You're the
right.
mascot for BitPay.
You could call me that.
How do you?
Yes.
So tell us about your experience. I mean, when did you hear about Bitcoin? Like, did you just learn about it, or have you known about it for a while?
I've known about it for just a little while, and starting to work with BitPay, I was introduced to the Bitcoin concept, which is very fun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, so exciting. So I know when we look at the logo and the banners and the video about BitPay, we see you all over it.
Yes.
So what did you like? How were you introduced to it? By BitPay? Is that how you were introduced to Bitcoin? Through Tony? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's an evangelist.
Yep,
Cool,
he's taught me everything that I need to know about spending my Bitcoins.
Awesome. Well, are you holding on to some too as an investment?
I've got some to spend. I'm planning on using them here at the show, but I think I'm going to hold on to a couple also.
Cool. Are you getting paid in Bitcoin?
Not yet.
I would say I accept Bitcoin only. And I spend dollars, but I accept Bitcoin only. So, that's it. So we get rid of the dollars.
Right.
Hold on to the Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, I guess through BitPay, I could be paid that way because we can transfer it to dollars or Bitcoins, whatever is easier, for the merchant to use. So
we do the same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
You still kind of have to accept dollars.
Yeah.
But the good thing is it's easier and easier to buy Bitcoin with it.
I know, which is very fun. I'm very excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
Sure. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
So exciting. All right. We're going to hang out tonight, and tomorrow, you're going to be there early?
I'm going to be there whenever you say to get there.
Yeah,
So
we're going to be here from like 6 to 7 a.m. getting everything ready. We're going to be over there like at 7 a.m. and then the thing officially starts at 8. It's going to be exciting.
Okay, cool.
Conversations 24/7. Welcome.
All right,
So
thank
happy
you
you're
so
here.
much. Yeah. All right, I'll see you
Thanks for joining
later.
us. Okay. Hey.
How's it going?
Who's next? That's it. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it. Look at that. 3 minutes to spare. I can't believe we got through everybody. So exciting. Thanks, you guys, for joining us on our little pre-conference day before episode. And if you're coming tomorrow, you are in for a big show because we're going to have so many people that actually a lot of people couldn't make it today, but almost everybody's going to be here tomorrow. And that's the big venue at Vanderbilt Hall at the Roosevelt Hotel, like officially starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So exciting. And we're going to be streaming it live, so make sure you go to onlyoneTV.com and click on the live button. There's 2 live feeds, by the way. There's the live feed, and then there's another one called the mobile cam. Make sure you watch both of them. Keep them open, both tabs. You're going to see lots of live streaming here. And then, of course, tons of people. Just follow Twitter. What's our hashtag? Hashtag BitCon 11?
Hashtag BitCon
11, yeah. Hashtag BITCON11 on Twitter. So follow that, and the conference will be tweeted. And all the live streaming, you can probably just go to Twitter. You're going to see. I mean, if you're going to, by the way, if you are going to live stream the conference, make sure you tweet about it and put in hashtag BitCon 2011, BITCON 11, so that everybody can find your streams, and there'll be lots of live streaming to choose from. And of course, everything's being recorded. We have an app. If you go to bitcoinconference.com, all lowercase, bitcoinconference.com, on the right-hand column, you'll see a web app that is actually optimized for mobile, for Android and iPhone, and you'll be able to see a lot of media there. As more and more media is recorded and given to us, we're passing it through to the app developer, and they're putting it online. So during the conference and after the conference, there'll be even more media. Thousands of photos, videos, MP3 audio, video interviews, and so on. So very, 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 very exciting. And there's going to be huge announcements tomorrow. I know of many of them already, so you're going to be shocked. This is going to rock the Bitcoin world. So thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. Freaky people that have descended upon us now. They're wonderful people. And so we're going to give each person just a few minutes to introduce themselves, tell us where they're from and why they're here, and how they discovered Bitcoin and their life story in 3 minutes or less. So joining me first is, tell us who you are.
Ira Miller, founder of bitmunchies.com and the CTO, co-founder of btcinch.com.
Bitmunchies and BTcinch.
BTcinch, that's right.
And Bitmunchies is basically the grocery store for Bitcoin?
The grocery store, the store for all your staples, whatever you need.
Okay.
We aim to, anyway. It sounds like there's some competition in the works here.
Oh boy.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's all good. Keeps us on our toes.
Yeah.
And then BTcinch, tell us about that, because that's the new thing.
BTcinch is new. We are signing up merchants for our merchant services program at the conference here. We're end-to-end merchant services in addition to a full wallet, full online wallet service.
Okay, so it's an e-wallet and merchant services.
Which we think allows us to do one or two key things, instant transactions, obviously. If both are on the same side, then it clears instantly.
Accepting dollars or Bitcoins or both?
Accepting Bitcoins.
Accepting Bitcoins and then paying the merchant in dollars or Bitcoins or both?
Either one. Whatever they want. They get to choose what they want. When they convert it, they can convert it all instantly, 50% instantly.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, because you can set the percentages. So I can accept Bitcoin, and then I can say I want 70% in dollars and 30% in Bitcoin. You can set that.
And
that's cool. Interview each person one by one and make our way through the crowd. So, okay, hello. Nice to see you. What's your name?
I'm Alex Thornton.
Alex Thornton, cool. All right.
I'm writing a book right now, tentatively entitled Bitcoin Billionaire. It's going to take a lot of the free information that's out there, combined with my own opinion and analysis, and then just put it out there in a book form so people can learn more about Bitcoin.
Hang on one second. Do you have a good audio for him? Okay, good. We're going to switch mics. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. So it's Bitcoin billionaire or millionaire?
Billionaire.
Yeah, it better be billionaire. A lot of people are already millionaires. I think
and it
people
sounds
are
better
having.
too.
Well, I mean, like when it hit $30, it was more happening more often. But I think that people were having secret millionaire parties. They weren't telling people, but like secret little parties. Like, guess what? I'm a millionaire. You know. But now, how long is it going to be before we have Bitcoin billionaires?
I think as soon as a year we could have the first billionaires. Now they may be the early miners, so they could choose to be anonymous if they want to.
Yeah. Who is Satoshi?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
He's probably a Bitcoin billionaire. No, not yet. But of course, the economy is not big enough to be a billionaire.
He might be the first, though.
He could, oh, yeah. He would have to be, right? How could he not be? How many Bitcoins does he have?
I don't know. I wasn't able to find that information out.
You got to research this stuff. So you're writing this book. So how long is it going to be before we can buy it?
Pretty soon. I've been working on it for 7 weeks. I have about 110 pages written. my goal is either to publish as an ebook, either when it hits 200 pages or
days to get it out. I want it secure, then there's absolutely no reason not to do that.
Yeah.
And then the people that want immediate access, they're going to take the risk of having it live online. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it takes you off the hook too, because hey, it's on you.
Exactly. We've actually got 3 levels. We've got an intermediary level where it's not connected to the server. It's an offline wallet, but it's still, you can access your funds a little more quickly.
So it's BTCINCH.com. So it's BTC Inch. But it's BT Cinch, I know.
Well, yeah, it makes sense when you see the
Either
logo,
way,
yeah.
it works. Cool. So that's going to be bigger than BitMunchies.
Yeah, we hope so. Although we've got some plans to grow BitMunchies into other goods as well. So, yeah.
Look out. Here comes the competition. All right. Cool. Well, thanks so much. Is there anything else you wanted to leave the Bitcoin world with? Any other breaking news or?
Breaking news is this conference. Am I right?
Yeah.
When you said it's packed, you didn't do it justice. It is absolutely packed to the walls here. And we've got 3 times as many people showing up tomorrow?
I don't know. Don't hold me to it. I don't know. Probably, right? Manny, how many? Yeah, 3 times as many, at least. Yeah. Who knows? A lot of people can't make it today that are definitely coming tomorrow, for sure.
Well, we're excited to be here, and thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Okay.
Well,
so this is like real. Yeah. Go. If you would just watch your step, and then Shaq will mic up the next person. We're doing it really. Yeah. Go ahead and switch to camera 2. We're definitely doing this in reality show mode. So we're gonna do. Today's episode of the Bitcoin Show is brought to you by Mt. Gox, mtgox.com, and BitPay, bit-pay.com, and Meze Grill, meze grill.com, and cablesaurus.com, and bitbrew.net. Hello everyone and welcome to the Bitcoin Show. Today we are doing something so exciting. This is the actual opening of the Bitcoin conference. And no, this is not just any Bitcoin conference. This is the world's first Bitcoin conference and World Expo, New York City, 2001. And we just launched it today. Some people got in on Wednesday. Some people got in last night. We were partying till the wee hours last night. And today, crepes this morning, but today it officially launched at noon. And so everybody arrived, and the Only One TV studio is crawling with Bitcoin geeks. Like, you just can't imagine these freaky people just converging on one location. So anyway, we decided to do a live show real quick and introduce some of these
instantaneously as soon as you receive it, so a merchant doesn't have to have any market exposure.
That's cool. I got a suggestion for you, because this is something I've been meaning to talk about, but I don't get on TV much. So one of the new wallet services has this feature, and I thought, wow, that is so cool. Every wallet service should do this. You listening? Every wallet service should do this. Are you listening? Here's what it was. If you have Bitcoins in your online wallet, you should be able to select how many you keep in offline cold storage and how many you keep immediately available. So if it's offline, I could say I want 90% of my Bitcoins offline cold storage. That means I don't necessarily have instant access to it. I might have to give them 3 days notice to withdraw them, but they're offline. So if the thing gets hacked, I get mine back.
Yeah.
I like that. That's really smart, right?
We are actually working on something very, very similar to that.
I did not know that. I really didn't know that.
Give
me camera 1 so we can. Oh, we already are. Okay. Let me see.
we're just waiting for the servers to get here, and we'll have implemented
the servers.
We need a few servers for this.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
We got to have online one, offline ones.
So I'll be able to control what percentage of my coins are offline in cold storage.
Yep.
So even if you get hacked, I get mine first.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I love it. All right.
You like that part, right?
I love it. It was my idea. I want a commission. No, I'm kidding.
Well, too bad.
That wasn't really my idea. But I think it's a really good idea that I just heard recently, and I think every e-wallet should do that, because why not? Because the only reason to keep everything online is so that people can make instant withdrawals. But if I know it's in cold storage and I don't care about waiting 3